Good day, I'm Jimmy Ferrari, and this is Rock Profile. On today's special edition, we'll be investigating the mysterious rumor that the Suburban Rejects have left their recording label, White Noise Records, and have formed their own company, Rejects Records. We'll have some of the Suburban Rejects with us to talk about it in just a moment. But first, let's take another look at those bad boys from the burbs. Skyrocketing to fame and fortune in just one short year might be enough to break a normal band. The stresses and pressures that accompany such mega success has been known to cause not only tension, but rare mental illnesses as well. But the Suburban Rejects aren't a normal band, and they took it all in stride. Riding high on their first double platinum hit, Suburban Ghetto, Al, the lead singer and leader of the Rejects, decided that fortune was a blessing he would like to share with others. I have a very strong feelings about helping my fellow man. What time is lunch? He once said. To this end, Al even went so far as to attempt to donate a kidney to the sick while on stage one night. Frustrated in his efforts by immediate intensive medical treatment, Al instead has switched to more traditional forms of charity. I sometimes put some change in those cardboard things at 7-Eleven, unless I need it for Donkey Kong. In this rare concert footage, one of the earliest Suburban Rejects gigs is recorded for the benefit of future generations. Before a jam-packed throng at the Sludge Pit in L.A., Al, Bry, Smith, and Ha are seen performing impressively any one of their original songs, the style of which has been described as poignant, sensitive, socio-political commentary that is great to bang your head to. But the Sludge Pit was only their first step of a long and dizzying journey to national infamy. And with me here today to tell us about the rise of the Suburban Rejects and possibly comment on the future of the band are two of the Rejects, lead singer Al and bassist Bry. Welcome to Rock Profile.
Yeah, it's really great to be here, Jimmy.
Well, I see that video there. Tell us a little bit about what happened after the Sludge Pit.
Hey, what happened after the Sludge Pit? We went backstage, and there were these 6 high school cheerleaders there, and...
No, well, wait a sec. This is the wrong time to talk about that. That's interesting, but I was thinking more of the lines of what's happened in your careers, such as, did you have to pay your dues?
Oh, sure, Jimmy. I mean, there's time we had to pay our dues. I mean, there was one point Brian and I had to go to and buy our clothes in stores.
Yeah. What we did, sometimes I just say to myself, I'm going to give this up. You know, I tried, I took my shot, I didn't make it, and I just... tail between my legs, hang my head in shame. I'd go back home and, you know, go back to my corporate law practice in D.C.
Well, but thank goodness you didn't do that. In fact, I guess you were just born to rock and roll, huh?
Sure, we were only about 16 when we started opening for Raw Sewage, and, hey, they got a new album out, don't they?
Yeah, all trashed out. It's great. Anyway, what we were doing, we were touring with them, and this guy from White Noise Records came backstage and he told us that he thought we were great. He offered us a contract. We usually, you know, we wouldn't want to jump on something like that, but, you know, hey, $100,000 is $100,000, so we signed up.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess now is, well, I guess you got something else to say.
Well, I mean, at that point, Brian and I got together and we wrote Suburban Ghetto. We put that on our first album. That was called We're the Suburban Rejects, and You're Glad. Hey, from there, it's been straight to the top.
Well, I guess now is as good a time as any to ask you whether or not these disturbing rumors are true about you leaving White Noise Records.
Well, we don't like to perpetuate rumors too much. We had a bad rumor once about that we needed another massage girl for, you know, for on tour. Every place we went, hundreds of women there, you know, all kinds of lotions, creams, and jellies, and, you know, what they do is they'd, like, try to show us how good they were by, you know, getting us.
That's really the reason that you've got to, like, stop these dirty rumors that we usually try and start. And, you know, well, we like you, Jimmy. I mean, we think you're a great guy, so we're going to give you the inside track.
Yeah, Jimmy, we really like your show, and so the straight news is that, yes, we have indeed left White Noise Records. It's a pretty long story, so I guess I might as well start from the top. We were on tour with our third album, I think it was, Suburban Sweat Stains. I'm sure you have it. Anyway, and it was a great tour, and it was a great show one night. We were backstage, we were partying. Oh, yeah, remember those 2 chicks who were back there, those insurance sales women? Yeah. Anyway, so we were partying and having a good time, and this guy, Mickey Woj from White Noise Records, comes back, and he starts giving me this stuff about, I signed this contract that, you know, 60% of your money is going to go to the White Noise retirement fund or something. Well, I told him what he could do with his contract. Anyway, it kind of came to a crisis point that night backstage. I remember it well. It was terrible, that night backstage. That was awful. I can remember it now. It was...
All right, great show.
Yeah.
Oh, where's Smith and Ha?
Oh, they're back there. They're talking to that nerd from Rock Profile. What's that guy's name? Tony Franzetti, something?
Nah, Jay Ferrari, but that ain't his real name.
Yeah, he's our... Hey, who are these fine young women?
All right, insurance chicks.
Yeah. Let's see what they have to offer.
Well, you can have your choice. She has double indemnity, and I specialize in full coverage.
Hey, she sure does. Hey, honey, why don't you step on over here for a second and examine my policy? Maybe we can come to some sort of agreement.
That was really a great show, Al. I especially like the part of the song where you say, life can leave you blind, but honey, I can see. Ride the wind of love, and babe, I'll set you free. Oh, that was so sweet.
Yeah, unfortunately that was the opening band song. But here, let me try another one. I'm riding in my car. I feel the rain. It's driving me insane. I think I'm gonna faint.
You have a very nice policy, Brian. It does the job very well, but I'd like to get you a little better acquainted with my company.
Hey, well, as a matter of fact, I was thinking of getting some more coverage. One night, we were jamming on this song. I think it was Pleasure Tonight, Pain Tomorrow. Great song. Anyway, so me and Al are sitting there. We're on top of these huge PA towers, cranking away. Suddenly, I get clocked in the head with a bouquet of orchids. I mean, orchids are, they're nice. A compliment's a compliment, and I think I'm more than repaid her after the show, if you get what I mean. But anyway, so I could have gotten hurt with that. I could have fallen backstage or something. Maybe gotten caught in those steel bear traps that we use for our finale. Maybe you've seen it. I'm Caught by Your Love. Anyway, so I could have gotten hurt. Maybe your company. What would you do for me?
Oh, yes, our company would definitely cover it. You would receive $5,000 per week for hospitalization expenses, complete medical care, and the benefits of one of our company's private nurses.
I get so caught up in social issues, but I'm so caught up in it that I can't eat for weeks. I mean, during the Reagan budget cutting period, the only thing I had to eat was one Twinkie, but I wish I could do more.
Is there a Coke machine around here? I need a tab.
The way the light reflects off your hair and that sparkle in your eyes.
Oh.
Oh, honey, I really mean this. You really interest me.
Where's the drummer?
Brian, what did you do with my pen?
Keep looking, honey. Keep looking.
Is there a shower back here?
All right, now we're getting somewhere. Yeah, it's right over there.
Wait.
Well, this is a long story, hon, but... Oh, yeah, maybe I will tell you. All right, I started in music in 3rd grade. I started playing the trumpet. I used to have to go over to Mr. Paletti's house. I always had so much problems riding my bike over there with the trumpet falling off. So in high school, I joined the jazz band, and I used to hate to rehearse during lunch. So I'd be grabbing a bite during the show, and I'd be spraying tuna fish all over the place. And that didn't go over too big. So I switched to the tuba, and of course that just sprayed more. And so I picked up a bass, and I joined a punk band, and here I am today. Will you marry me?
Hey, fellas, hi. Fab show. Al Great singing. Hey, Brian, good risk. Hey, hope I'm not interrupting anything here. Huh?
Well, as a matter of fact...
Hey, look, I won't take too much of your party time. Just got a few little papers here. You got to sign for White Noise, okay? Just put your John Hancock right there. Don't worry about reading them. Doesn't matter.
All right, well, what's this here? Hey, wait a minute. What's this stuff about 60% of your money will go to White Noise Retirement Fund?
Hey!
Submit lyrics for approval through what?
Hey, you're good.
No leather undergarments worn on stage. All right, this is...
Hey, I can explain this.
You tried this before, Will J, and you're out of here. You're out of here. You're never working in my company. You're never working for the industry again. Do you know who I am? Get the hell out. Just get out, all right?
Man.
Well, you heard it here first on Rock Profile, the bitter truth about the split of the Suburban Rejects from White Noise Records. I'm Jimmy Ferrari, and we'll be back with more with the Suburban Rejects after this.
3, 4.
Get a taste of raw sewage on their new album, All Trash Out. all trashed out. Rock and roll at its sleaziest, all trashed out. Rock and roll refuse with the look, feel, and smell of the streets, all trashed out. The most barbaric collection of unsanitary white noise in the history of recorded music and raw sewage is all trashed out. This explosive new album captures these bad boys of rock and roll at their filthy best with songs like Stab Those Crabs.
Hey, baby, like I know you got them devils running up and down your Calvin Kleins. But, baby, don't you worry about a thing, cause don't you know that everything is fine? Baby, don't you sweat about them little black pets. Just stab them crabs. Stab them crabs.
And the Greeks don't want no quiche.
Looks like the chef made a boo-boo, cause it looks just like bird doo-doo. That's why the Greeks don't want no quiche. The Greeks don't want no quiche.
And sore on my lip.
Hey, you told me you were clean. Now I got to take this penicillin for this sore on my lip. Sore on my lip.
So come on, get all trashed out. You'll be glad you did. All trashed out. The new album by Raw Sewage. All trashed out. It drags rock and roll back into the gutter where it belongs. A Compost Records release.
Welcome back to Rock Profile. I'm Jimmy Ferrari, and we're here with Al and Bry of the Suburban Rejects. Al, that seems like an awfully violent way to end a business partnership. Now, was there any hostility between yourself and White Noise Records after that?
Sure, there's some hostility, just the usual death threats, letter bombs, a couple nasty knife fights in alleys.
Yeah, we still have our food tasted. You know, we import people to do that for us before we eat it.
Well, that's sure going to clear up a lot of rumors going around about you all. But tell me, what are you going to do now that you have your own label?
Well, we got our own labels, and we'll be pushing our own vinyl on it. As well, we signed a bunch of young bands, and we'll be doing their stuff. And we even signed the Human Vegetables, and they were formerly with White Noise Records.
Oh, my, I tell you. Well, there you have it, a rare look at the raw and seedy underside of the world of punk rock. I'd like to thank my guest today on Rock Profile, the Suburban Rejects. Don't forget to join us next week when our guest will... Hey, wait a minute. You can't do that. Hey!
Get White Noise out of here. I'm going to take care of you right now.